Dun, dun. I think today's show will work. Hey, what's going on? Like, I have a camera today. I have a camera that works and audio that works. All kinds of stuff's going right now. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like it when things go well. Hello. Welcome. This is Jon Does, episode 128. Last week was kind of 128, but things went haywire. So I canceled the show in the middle of the show. Sorry about that for anybody that was watching. I know Chris was like, "What's going on, dude?" Yeah, no, everything's fine. Just some technical issues, and last week I was a little stressed and a little deflated, so just what's up, Chris? Welcome. Sorry about last week. It was nothing crazy, just technical stuff going on. I've been a little bit stressed about trying to find some consistent work and whatnot. So anyways, I'm glad you're here, man. Thanks for joining me again. As always, this is Jon Does. This is episode 128. Before I get too deep into any of that stuff, I want you guys to check out wilddinosaur.com. We'll go to my Instagram too. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. And check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. No, honestly, I wasn't that mad. I was more like defeated in life, and that's what was coming out. So I wasn't really mad about anything. I mean, let's be real. I was kind of mad. If you were in my house, you probably heard me screaming during all that. It's all good. It's all good. We have those days, and sorry for not having a show, but real quick, check out my website. That this is the website. There's some cool stuff there. There's art that I make, videos and stuff that's here on the channel, and then there's all these products. I'm plugging right now, my dude. Let's do this. Go to wilddinosaur.com and pick up a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or a tote bag or stickers. There's all kinds of stuff there. There's socks. I don't advertise those very often for some reason. Mugs, those are new. Those are new to the store, and these framed prints are also pretty new. Pat has one. Pat has the new pants cover. So go check it out. Go support me. So again, I've been a little stressed about work stuff, so anything that you guys buy is helpful. It keeps me stress free, and it really does help the show too. Like, what is that buzzing? I don't know what that buzzing is. Whatever. I'm sorry if that's annoying. I just went away. There's going to be... Oh, there it is again. I think I know what it is. What you got on the agenda, the liberal agenda? Well, I'm making all the kids trans. That's what today's episode's about. They're like, look at this ugly asshole. Men suck. I want to be trans. Wait, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I don't know what I'm ranting about. Making the kids gay. Just all you gotta do is just go drink the water that Alex Jones sells on his website. It turned the frogs gay, so it could turn your kids gay too. The agenda today is I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Pat's not here. Pat went out. I'll get rid of this lower third. Pat's out camping with his roommate and some other people, I think. So no Pat today, unfortunately. But I'm just gonna chat with you for a little bit in the first half of this, and then I think I'm gonna do something that I've done before, which is maybe where the buzzing's coming from. To be honest. Yeah, I think that's where the buzzing's coming from. I'm gonna bust out the old getter. here in the last half of the episode. I've been playing some guitar for some stress relief. It's always good for me to utilize my art in those ways. So I have a funny story. I got a job, and then I quit the job. I applied for, it was a graphic designer job in a town kind of far from here, actually. It takes about 40 minutes to get there, to drive there. And it's up in like this, it's a little like hilly, hidden artsy town. There's some like celebrities that live there. I remember hearing Alan Parsons lived there, and like Kenny Loggins lived there and stuff for a time. I don't know if they're still there or not, but I got a job, and it was a graphic design position. And so I show up to the first day, and it's like a mailboxes, etc. type deal. I did do an interview, but it was still pitched to me as whatever. Sorry, I was just looking at the battery on my camera. I used the camera a little bit this week. Yeah, artsy California. This is one of those, like, because I've lived in a bunch of different places in California. I've lived like literally all over California, like northern, southern California, and I lived in a town called Chico. It's like a farm college town, but it's pretty. I would say it's like pretty liberal, just because it's a college town. But it's surrounded by like if you don't live in California, you might be shocked to hear that California is not as liberal as you think it is. Yes, the politics, like the Democratic Party has had a pretty good grasp on California for a long time, even though in my lifetime we've had a couple of deleted my plug question. Oh, you know what? It's weird. Yeah, some of your comments aren't showing up. Like, they're showing up on the YouTube end, but not on the OBS side. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know why this does this. It's not like you're saying anything crazy either. I did see it because I have both of these screens open, so I could see both of them. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not coming up. But yeah, so I lived in this other artsy town, California, smaller town, I guess, and Chico, California, and that's where Sierra Nevada. If you've ever had Sierra Nevada beer, that's where Sierra Nevada's from. It started in Chico. I pissed on Ken Grossman's house one time because Ken Grossman's the like owner, CEO, I guess, of Sierra Nevada, and there's a sorry, I'm going off on like side quests here. I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom, so there's a lot of side quests going on today. There's a park in Chico. It used to be the second largest recreational park in the country. It's not anymore. Called Bidwell Park, and there's part of it like reaches into town, and there's like playgrounds and like picnic spots and stuff like that. But the park is like super huge, and it like extends out of town. And so there's like marks. So like the part of town or the part of the park that comes into town is called 1 mile. And then you get a little further out and there's like 5 mile, and 5 mile is closer to, like the outskirts. And so there's like rich houses that, like sit up against parts of 5 mile, and there's a hiking trail that my friends and I used to take where we would literally walk right by Ken Grossman's house. I don't know if he lives there anymore. He might have sold the place. This was also more than a decade ago. So, yeah, we were walking down that way, and I mean, college town. We were out for a day hike in a college town means we were drinking. So yeah, we were hiking around. We had a bunch of beers with us, and yeah, I drank a bunch of Sierra Nevadas and then pissed on the side of his house because it was the only spot behind a tree I could get to. I got rejected by a girl and took her. It's like going to get a McRib and coming out with a Big Mac. Wait, sorry, I can't really read that. Not no. I'm just blind. That's not that I can't read it. I didn't come for that, but it did satisfy my hunger. Well, Big Macs are good. You know, I am not a big fan of the McRib. I'll be honest. Sorry, but I think that's also because like every time I go to McDonald's, like for my whole life, there's always been a thing I'm there for. You know, like I'm here for a a Big Mac or a cheeseburger or whatever. I don't think I ever had the McRib. I don't think I ever. I might have had like a you know, a bite of somebody's before, but I don't think I've ever ordered a McRib. But anyways, what am I doing over here? Accidentally hitting buttons. That was the button I accidentally hit. You've never had a McRib either. Well, look, we're brothers in arms over here. Going back to this whole job thing. I go to this job, and I interviewed, and it was still pitched to me a certain way, and then I show up to the job, and they did say there's like a little bit of crossover from like, oh, you'll be doing, I'll give you the SD card. Sorry, that threw me off. They said there was a little bit of crossover because it was like, it's a print shop, but it's also like a mailbox. It's not a mailboxes, etc. It's a mom and pop style. So it's like you go in there, there's a bunch of mailboxes. There's like a FedEx pickup, and then it's a print shop as well. And they did say that it was like a little bit of like, you know, you'll probably have to ring some people up every once in a while, but you'll be mostly doing this. And I did. I got to the first day on Tuesday, and I did like 3 hours, and it was not what I expected it to be. So I left, but I also did get an opportunity. It's scary. It's really scary to make big changes. I've made a lot of changes in my life, and I've moved around a lot. I've done a lot of types of jobs and things like that. But a lot of that was under the mindset of, well, I'm going to have a career doing this, and I just get the job and smooth sailing from there. And you know what? When you're doing stuff that I'm doing, that's just not the case. You've got to network more. You got to be a little bit more open to experiences that maybe I hadn't been open to as much in the past. Yeah, I'm trying to make the move over into. I mean, I've been kind of half-assing the move for a while, but I did post up on my on one of my social medias recently that I was looking for jobs in the area, based on me doing video production or whatever. I just wanted to work for Marvel and Dark Horse, and Disney bought both. Well, there's always Image. You know, you do get a lot more freedom from what I hear over at Image. I actually do have some friends that work in the comic industry a little bit. There's a real quick, actually, I'm gonna just plug him real quick. There's a guy named Yule Carter, and he runs a channel, Fantastic Comics, that I follow. And it's a comic shop out of Berkeley, California. And I used to work next door, and I sometimes would go over and hang out, and whatnot. And Yule does live streams every Tuesday at 8 p.m. California time. And he talks about comics, like what's new, what's trendy in the comics industry, you know, and he plugs stuff that's coming out, so he gets people into a store too. But yeah, he's kind of my current comic source I'm kind of again, I've been stressing myself out about a lot of stuff, so I'm like in a lot of places right now mentally of like trying to make some spec commercials so I can get more jobs and make a better reel and stuff like that. So I'm just making excuses for being stupid about comics, really. But no, Yule's one of the places that I catch up on what's going on in the industry, in the comics industry. I need to show up in California. You ever come to California? I might sound a little deflated today, but I can guarantee you, I'm not as deflated as last Friday. No, actually, I feel a little more like lighthearted about today, especially because the whole jobs stuff that's going on. But if you ever do come to California, please hit me up, dude. I'd love to, hang out. I don't know if I'm traveling anytime soon, to be honest. But yeah, if you do come to California, let's hang out. Yeah. That, you know what? Okay. I'm glad it showed up on OBS because it didn't show up on the YouTube side, which is weird. But Commander Chris says, bro, you know what would inflate you? That's Commander Chris 27 on YouTube. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Your stuff's good. Your stuff's real good. I mean, I have some small critiques about things, but it's more of a production thing that, like, when you're running on a small one man show or a small crew of people, I totally get it. And like, it's nothing that I would, say like, oh, this is garbage or anything. Just, like work on lighting and stuff like that. Macro photography can be a little bit hard when you're, working with toys and stuff like that. But Commander Chris's stuff is really good. He puts in a lot of work on a stop motion. They're really good. They're really funny too. And I can't wait for more. The last one I watched was 30 minutes or so. It was about 25, 30 minutes, I think, was the last one that I saw. Really good. Really like it. Really like it. So yeah, anybody else that's watching this now or later, I think it's just you and me right now, Chris. But if anybody else watches this a little bit later, check out Commander Chris. He does these really great Star Wars stop motions, and I was really impressed too because I collect the Star Wars Black Series figures. I have a bunch of them over here on my wall. So I was, when I was first watching Chris's stuff, it's cool. He uses a lot of Star Wars stuff and then 3D prints, or like makes other stuff, or repaints figures to accommodate his needs, and it's just cool. I like it. I like the work that you put in. It's like definitely commendable, when you do something like that. Bro, I thought you were gonna crap on my shit post. No, dude. No. Look, I'm somebody. I know you follow me on Instagram. If you read my bio on Instagram, it says it takes hard work to make something shitty. And I know that because I've spent I've spent about a decade or more, probably 15 years or so, trying to make and put out art, and it's all garbage. It's all garbage. But you know what? It's taken me so much time to learn how to do stuff and get things right and to do things better. And the more you do stuff, the better it's going to get. Even if, like, okay, let's say you're like, I just have this really stupid idea for like a script for a stop motion. Okay, the script might be stupid. Whatever. All scripts can be stupid. You would be shocked to see actual scripts that get passed around in Hollywood, because sometimes, like, they're fucking garbage, and it takes a good person to produce something of quality from that, or a good actor to make really bad lines work, something like that. So I don't really like shitting on people's art because I think it's totally unfair. Not totally unfair. I mean, look, you put out art, you're putting yourself open for discourse. And the discourse is good. And sometimes individually we might take things a little personally or whatever, but the more you do, the more you learn, the more, criticisms either start to become like, oh, that's just an idiot over there. It's just like, this is stupid. Or you get somebody that's saying like, hey, I really like this. Maybe work on your lighting a little bit more. And some, like, again, it's a small critique I have. I'm not the greatest with lighting myself. I only noticed these things because I did take a lighting class this last year for my directing certificate. So it's something I pay attention to a little bit more. And I do think that, you know, working on some of your lighting techniques would make your videos pop a little bit more. That's it, you know? And only because I say this because I want to see you grow as an artist too. And so, you know, you start to differentiate, like, is this person just talking shit, or does this person have like a point that maybe I could, you know, learn something from? Or you don't always have to take other people's opinions too. Like I've shown music to friends before and they're like, yeah, I do this, or I do this, and you know, take out this or rearrange that or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, that's good advice, but I'm not going to do it. And then I put it out and it is what it is, you know? And for me, I feel like once you release art to the public, it's not yours anymore. So that discourse pretty much is, you know, kind of necessary. I did one script officially and it was in a canceled porn. Yeah, look, I'm again, this critique isn't like, oh, you need to go spend a bunch of money on lights or whatever. You can do a lot of stuff with just the lights in your room. Sure, maybe you go buy another like $15 lamp from Target or something like that. Where is it? I have this is a and I'm only bringing this up because you do like toy photography or like stop motion stuff, and not to say this would be the best light for you in general, but I do keep it on this little thing. But I'm taking this off. I use these too. These I often use as little fill lights. So this is just like a rubber softener, but this is a Aperture. The company is Aperture. And it's the little MC lights. They do run I mean, these are professional. Like the company Aperture makes some of the top of the line lights in the consumer industry. And so these do run, I mean, they're kind of expensive for little tiny lights. They run about $90, something like that. But they do have, like there's an adjustable, you got like bright white, or you got your more orange lights. And then there is, there's like a menu in here, and you've got like effects. This one's called Fire. Obviously, it's like a fire, cop car, pulsating lights, party lights. You know, just kind of change colors, lightning effects, stuff like that. So yeah, dude, like no worries. And again, I hope I'm not coming off like an asshole or anything like that. But that's just one critique. You want to get a better camera too? There's a lot of really good cameras out there. If I do have one piece of advice regarding camera stuff, because I have, again, I'm good at a lot of stuff. I'm not great at a lot of things. Well, I have 3 cameras. I have this older. I actually might be selling this, Chris, if you're interested. I don't know if I'm going to sell it with a lens, but it's a Canon 80D. It does not shoot in 4K. It's you know, it's only a couple like 3 or 4 years old, something like that. But it is really good. It's really crisp. And I also have this Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. This is a little rig that I built. And so having used a lot of these cameras, the one suggestion I have for people that are looking to get into like video or photo stuff or whatever is find a decent camera. But if you're going to invest more in lenses, Lenses really, there's a new camera model every 6 months. Lenses, a good set of lenses will last you a lifetime for sure. Let's see. I appreciate the criticism. I'm glad. I'm glad I can be helpful because I do like your stuff, and I only want to see it get better. That's all. My camera is from 2003. What is it? What's your camera? Yeah, what is it? A DSLR, or is it like a Canon PowerShot or something like that? I used to use a Canon Power. The first stop motion I made was on a Canon PowerShot, like a one from like 2005 or 6 or something like that. I don't remember what year it was. But yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of really good cameras. It's a Sony video camera. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, look, you don't need a ton of great like high-end gear these days. You just need to know how to use it well. Again, if you are getting into video stuff, consider what lenses you might want to be using. If you're doing stop motion, maybe like telephoto or macro photography. Looks like a fucking hot dog. Yeah. This one? Is that what you're talking about? This is a hot dog? Hot dog! Oh, no, your camera. Your camera looks like a hot dog. My buddy Jay, who's been on, the dude with the pink hair that I've done some videos with, he collects like weird little cameras. He has these like little tiny like Japanese cameras that take like super low res photos, and they're awesome. They're really cool. I think those cameras are like $100, maybe $200 or something like that. But I know he's got some other little weird ones. Oh man, my live streaming career, trying to get Zoom working again, Chris. I will get that going one of these days, because I'd love to have you like on the show so we could actually like talk about stuff. But yeah, you can do so much stuff with shitty cameras. But I mean, if you want something a little higher quality in your look, you don't have to go 4K. You can get away with like 1080p HD to make something good. But if you are getting into like video stuff and you're like trying to future proof your camera rig, I would prioritize maybe some lenses too. But if you're not practiced or you don't know what you're looking for, you can try out some stuff. Like this ADD, this Canon ADD was the second DSLR camera I bought. The first one was I think PowerShots are technically DSLRs. I think. Dude, I haven't looked at the PowerShots in a decade. The first one I had was a T6, a Canon T6, and that worked well. That worked really well. You could probably still get away with a T6, a T7, something like that. This is when I worked at Telemundo, one of the cameras that we used to shoot. When I first started there, we didn't have a news broadcast, but TV stations are required to air a certain amount of local programming, and we didn't fully cover it. So what we did was we did news segments that ran in the commercial break. So every morning there was like two? Yeah, there was two like 90-second, or I think they were about 90 seconds. Like news briefs that we did that ran during the commercial breaks, and I shot them. Well, we used one of the cameras in the studio. Even though we didn't have a newscast, we were a news station, or we were a TV station, and we had some of that gear. But when we were doing promotional stuff for it, because we did still have to do like for social media, like, hey, don't forget to check out tomorrow morning. We're going to have that 2-minute news brief during the commercial break. And we used the Canon 70D. And then when I moved out on my own, or left Telemundo, I picked up the 80D. And I think they're on the 90D now. But I also really like the camera that I'm streaming with. I think one of the reasons why I had issues last week with the camera not working was because I was messing around with using this one, the 80D, as my webcam. I might do this, and the video quality might look a little bit different. I'm not sure. I need to do another test. It was looking really grainy for some reason. I just needed to like rein in the look on it. But the camera that I use, it's actually overkill for a webcam, but it looks so good. I have the Canon R6. The mirrorless lines are really nice, really, really nice. If you're looking for something that's gonna last you the next 10 years or so as a camera, look, there's a lot of good cameras out there. I haven't tried a lot of the different brands. My experience has mostly been with Canon, so I do stick mostly with Canon, aside from my Blackmagic, and that works because the lens mount on the Blackmagic 6K is made for EF mounts, which is what Canon uses for the 80D and the R6 doesn't. It has what is it called? RF, the RF mount for the mirrorless cameras. But I bought an adapter for that. So Telemundo is the reason I get brown in the summer. Telemundo is the reason why. Never mind. I Telemundo. When I worked for Telemundo, I was not working for NBC Universal. I was working for another company, which I will not name. I don't even think they exist anymore. I don't know if they do or not. I hope not, because they fucking sucked. I don't have the same opinions as NBC Universal as I do about, you know what, fuck it. Sarestar Communications. That's who it was that ran. There's three stations on the West Coast that they ran. It was like Utah, Fresno, and Sacramento. I'm wondering if they hired thick Latinas. Yes, they do. That's kind of their bread and butter. I mean, if you watch any of the telenovelas, it's just like it's dudes in like tight ass Wranglers with huge belt buckles and like dope ass cowboy shirts, or like, button up collared shirts, but half the time they're only buttoned like just past like the belly, so you get the whole chest and like a couple of chains or something, like a nice cross or something like that. And then all of the women are just like, it was weird. It was weird because I worked there for 3 years and I watched so much content, and it was weird to see how much like Latina women were like doing the blonde hair thing and like blue eye contacts and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, come on, don't look like us. You guys look beautiful the way you are. But whatever. Everyone's got their beauty standards and opinions. I thought he was gonna say he worked for Epstein, bro. Yeah, no, I did not work for Epstein, thank God. Although I do have I have a really funny story about the owner of the TV station coming into, because he lived in Southern California. We were in Northern California, and he came to, I think the whole time I worked there, I think he came to the building 3 times, something like that. And I've been wearing these style hats for years. I've got another one here, another one in the closet. That one's gay. I'm just kidding. And I've had a bunch of these, and so I roll into work, and he sees me, he just stares at me for a second, and he's like, starts telling me about how he grew up. This dude is super rich. It's super rich. And he starts just telling me about how he grew up in some beach community, and what was it, Tom Waits was there or something. He's he turns around, he's like, oh, I thought you were Tom Waits. And I was like, what? Why? And he's like, oh, it's just, I remember growing up in this beautiful paradise, and Tom Waits was there. He was wearing a hat like that. And I was just like, Cool. So can I get like $1 raise? Because I haven't had a raise in 2 years. Yeah, I started that job. I don't know, Chris. You said you're in what, Jersey, New Jersey, New York? I forget. Sorry, I think it's New. I think you said Jersey. And I don't remember what the minimum wage there is, but in California, I think it's 15 now. But when I was working at Telemundo, yeah, okay, you're in Jersey. When I was at Telemundo, minimum wage was like $12, and that's what they started me at. It's 15. Okay, so it's the same here. Actually, let me double check that. Oh shit, I think it's 15. It's like 15.25 CA. Whoops. Yeah, it's 15.50. Yeah, 15.50. What's this? 1804 for certain LAX employees. 1886. Okay. Anyways, so like minimum wage was like $12 when I first started at Telemundo, and I worked there for 3 years. And when I quit, I was making no. So I think I started at $12.30. No, 12.50. It was 12.50 then, because this was 2015-ish, I think. It was 12.50, and I worked there for 3 years. And when I quit working at Telemundo, do you know what my pay was? Mind you, I ran every commercial break. I also not every commercial break, because I wasn't there 24/7, but I ran made sure the commercials ran. I made sure that stuff was on air and didn't I made sure everybody got paid, basically. If your TV station doesn't like air stuff, you're not making money. And I was the cash register, essentially. And but also I was doing like production work and all kinds of stuff there for 3 years, and I got a 33-cent raise. That was the station number, coincidentally. Telemundo 33. 33 por la mañana. I will never forget that. I when I quit, it was 12.83 or 88, I think is what I was making. $12.80, somewhere around there, is what I was making after 3 years of all that production work. Anyways, yeah, so rich people that are run businesses are sometimes super out of touch, especially when, like, I came into work that day being like, oh, I know I've got a bunch of stuff going on, like, and we had our the system that we ran all of our commercials out of and everything. It was like a 20-year-old computer that was like about to die. We had no backup, and like I was saying before, if your TV station's not playing the stuff it's supposed to be playing, you owe people money at that point. So like we had, you would have hours, or every commercial break you have about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the station, for how much local commercial break you have. So you'll start off in like, here's McDonald's or Toyota ad or whatever, and then it starts getting into the like local ads, and then you come back from break. That's how it's structured. So all those local breaks are prepaid for by the advertisers, be it, local car dealership or whoever's advertising. So if like our computer crashed and there's no backup to run this stuff, we are off air. I mean, network would still run, but you wouldn't get all of our commercial breaks and everything. It's not like you'd turn it on and it would just be black. You'd still get the network feed, so it would be everything coming in national. So like all of the national commercials and stuff like that. But yeah, we would have gotten screwed, like majorly. Bro, I would have used my Horatio powers to give you a $3 raise. I appreciate that. Oh man. I bitch about the business side of that job, but Telemundo was one of my favorite jobs. I learned so much there. It was I sometimes like to tell this story. I was working when I started. So I moved to Sacramento and I started putting out all these job applications, and I looked up all the like TV stations and stuff like that, and decided I was gonna just put them all out. I saw a Craigslist ad for Telemundo, and it wasn't advertised as Telemundo. It just said like TV station. It seemed a little sketchy, and I didn't hear anything from them for like 6 months. I get a job at the local Fox station, and I'm working there for a while. There was somebody I'd worked with at a previous TV station that like kind of helped me out getting that job, but it was like, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever, I don't know if you can relate to these experiences at all, but when you work like morning news at a local TV station, you are at work at like 3:30 or 4 a.m. and that sucks. It really sucks. That job I did for about 9 months, I think, 6 to 9 months, before I ended up leaving. I left because Telemundo finally got back to me. They're like, yeah, so we need a master control operator. And I was like, well, I haven't done that. They're like, great. We don't know what we're doing either. And, so it was like a learning experience altogether. The Fox station, everything was streamlined. They had their, workflow that they went through and everything, and Telemundo was still like trying to figure out what they were doing as a station locally, because Univision, there's a Univision station in Sacramento, and that was the big Spanish speaking station there, so we had to compete with that. It's like when I have sex with a girl and they tell me they're watching content for no reason. Oh God, am I that white guy? Like, I like Latinos because I watched Encanto one time. No. Oh God. Fuck. Shoot. We're kind of going off on stories over here. You know what I'm gonna do? All right, it's time, I think. Let me take these headphones off real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna jam, I guess. I wasn't sure how I was gonna do this, but I think the perfect opportunity is here. Let me. I just cleaned this and retuned it, so play you a Spanish tune. I don't know how to play anything. I just like a couple hours ago, I just restrung this, so the strings might be a little. All right, that'd be an A minor. All right, let's see. Whoops. There we go. All right, can we all hear? How's that sound? Does that sound Spanish? How throw in some of this Aqueduct. This is what I use for my chorus. All right. Let's see. Bro, I want that. That. My jazz master mode. Man, it's nice having new strings on these. I was looking at Ryan. I'm glad you made it. I don't know if you ever do this, but do you ever like look at your strings and there's all that like gunk buildup on there, and then you just like slide your fingers through and watch it all break off and fall off and then stick to your fingers? I'm a disgusting human being, but I love doing that. It's one of those little things in life. Actually, so there's a thing going around with like TikTok videos and stuff where people think that like whatever the content that they might be putting out is boring, and it doesn't hold people's attention, so they'll put like another video clip of okay, you wipe it down. Take a bite of this. That's gross. Shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, thanks. I forgot what I was talking about, so I just started playing guitar. Yeah, the TikTok videos. So like, some people will put like those what are they, like kinetic sand videos, like underneath or over the top of another video, so like you can watch that and listen to it. And I was thinking about doing that with like guitar cleaning videos. Yeah, good catch. Yeah, I was thinking about like, what if I just took a bunch of like video of me or Ryan or somebody else cleaning a bunch of like really gross guitars, just like really cleaning the grime out of like some of the little like parts of the guitar and electronics and stuff like that, and just a real good satisfying clean. It'd be like watching like power washing videos, or like somebody like meticulously cut their lawn like to perfection. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing over my live streams. Well, Ryan, if you got 4 grimy ones right there and you feel like cleaning them anytime soon, throw up the camera and give me some good footage of some satisfying guitar cleaning footage, and I'll use it. Call it the string jam, damn it. Call what the string jam? The song? Oh, this. Yeah, I was just playing some Pink Floyd there for a second. Actually, if I remember correctly, it's been oh boy, it's been a really long time since I've touched anything. Ryan and I were talking earlier today about Pink Floyd stuff, and the album More came up. It's a soundtrack that Pink Floyd did in, was it 69 or 70 or something like that? No, I think it was maybe a little later. I think it's post Sid Barrett for sure. And there's a song on there that's like a little like, there's like a guy, I don't remember the name of the track because it's been so long since I've listened to More, but it's a really good, I remember it being one of my more favorite tracks, but I think that's a similar like riff that they use. And there's like a guy, he's like, and he's like saying something, I don't know what he's saying. I like that song. No, the strings dirty stuff is a string jam. The string cheese. That's what it is. It's string cheese. Yeah. String cheese is another good one that just happened right now. it kind of looks like a when you're like knocking rust off of something, only it's like a more greasy rust. Some more Modest Mouse. I've been doing some Modest Mouse too. Yeah, so taking recommendations. Oh, cool. You want to hear some more Modest Mouse? I'm just kidding. Yeah, this has been my stress reliever this week from yeah. Really feeling the guitar. And like I said, kind of revisiting some Pink Floyd stuff. I've always loved Pink Floyd. Not everything. That was partly what Ryan and I were talking about today, is some of the what we consider the good. I wish I could see the guitar when you play. It kind of looks like you're playing with your pubes. Well, that's actually true. I'm gonna try to always keep the guitar out of frame now, just for you guys. Wait, what's that? I don't know how to pronounce it. Oswego face? They're like, oh. Make a tune for when you pee at Home Depot. Oh, okay. So we're looking for a Home Depot tone. So Home Depot makes me think that there's probably a little, like, gain. I go pee at Home Depot. I go pee at Home Depot. I go pee at Home Depot. In the toilets that are on display. Taking a piss, not stealing a forklift. Well, if you're at Home Depot, it's kind of one and the same. You gotta... you should make... Okay. Shoot. That big muff. That big muff. I love the name of guitar pedals. There's some great names out there. Yeah. I think you're right about the distortion. I could always just turn the gain up on my amp too. Make it a little bit cleaner. Sorry, I just keep going back to that F sharp. Pedal. And then one of my the Phase 90. This time you can actually see some guitar. Ooh, make a theme for Oscar Schindler. Well, I'm pretty sure somebody already did that. And I don't know if I want to step on those toes. Taking a piss at the gardening department. Okay. Taking a piss at the gardening department. Okay, let's see. Taking a piss at the gardening department. Okay, I think I gotta turn the phaser off for this. Whoops. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here. Okay. Okay, for when you're bricked up in a paddle. That's funny because I've been there. Okay. Before we do the paddle boat, let's do the gardening one. Let's get this one out. And that one's called The Garden Gnome Watched Me Pee at Home Depot. I'm there next to the fertilizer. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that one's just called The Garden Gnome. Oh, yeah, maybe some chorus on that. Gardening one is really good. If you use any of these as an outro, if I use any of these outros, would you be mad? No, I don't know. Go for it. All you. I don't really care about this stuff. Sure, maybe like cite it or something, like music by Wild Dinosaur or something, and like a link in the description. But yeah, no, I don't care. Let me see if I can give you something solid. Nope, that doesn't work. Whoa, that was weird. That was a weird dip in my volume. Yeah, dude, no worries. If you cite it, good to go, man, my dude. Oh, I keep hitting the volume knob, but I'm in the Jazz Master mode. I've got my circuit in the Jazz Master mode, so that volume doesn't do anything. Okay, so bricked up in a paddle boat. No, I'm not feeling paddle boat vibes from this. Let it come to me. Let it come to me. What am I listening to? I'm just trying to picture what I'm listening to when I'm in a paddle boat, and I'm just like, All, like you said, bricked up. I'm probably listening to some Taylor Swift, right? Damn, I'm kind of sucking right now. my man's was, well, I mean, you gotta be at peace. Otherwise, those like all of the ducks, you know, in the pond in Central Park, they're gonna be watching. So you gotta be at peace. You gotta be an exhibitionist for sure. Just imagine that there's gonna be plenty of geese eating bread, watching you just like go to town on your meat. You know. The former, go back to that. Oh no, what was I playing? Taking away. Do an alien spy theme. It's literally just the part of the James Bond theme. But it's got some echo to it. This here you go. Here's like imagine the Italian mob, but aliens. That one's called Playing with My Pubes. Thank you. I have to charge you all $1 million to listen to that now. You know what's funny is I was like playing guitar and I was kind of just like fiddling around on a bunch of stuff. And now that I sit down in front of everybody, I'm like, I don't remember how to play anything other than like the rhythm for Pink Floyd's Time. That made me want a cannoli. Here. Playing with Uranus more like. Real quick, Danny Masterson looking at 30 years in prison for rape. Just want to let you know. Score a Greek tragedy. Okay, well, definitely no delay. Maybe get rid of this chorus. Let's up with this digi delay. Okay, I think we have to go back to... Socrates. Plato. Minotaurs. Spartans. Leonidas. That's stupid. Damn it. Sorry, I got cables all tangled up here because of my headphones. Well, I'm glad you guys are here today because last week sucked. And I'm feeling pretty good about my guitar sound. You know what I want to try to score sometime? Some space reggae. Not like not like typical reggae where you got like just a bunch of like reverb and delay and stuff. I mean like heroin. Yeah. What was the first thing I learned to play? Okay, well, I'll show you the first thing I learned to play. And maybe not the best, but I did learn this in high school. It was the first thing I learned to play on guitar. It was relatively easy. Hear that space reggae. That's just something I want to do, you know. Make another stop motion, and I'll do some like cantina music for you, some like space cantina reggae for you. Okay, here we go. The first thing I can't believe it is. The first thing I ever learned on guitar. Oh, whoops! Too much going on here. Oh, is this out of tune? Or maybe a little bit. It is something I haven't really played in a long time, but what was it? Yep, that was the first thing I ever learned on guitar. I'm not trolling the Chinese. I'm just trying to make it more comfortable for when they inevitably invade, you know? I'm not going to be, you know... Oh, shoot, what did I just do? I'm not going to be, you know... They'll be like, oh, look at this funny white man. He looks like a shaved Yeti. He'll be our entertainment. That's for when China takes over. It's kind of like when the robots take over, you know, when AI takes over. I've been sending out emails for years where you just subtly throw in one just like, all hail the robots or whatever. Because whenever the robots take over, you'll have receipts. See, no, I'm on your side here. Humans suck. And I've been saying it for years. Robots are the way to go. And that's clearly so they hopefully find the moral justification not to eradicate you. You're one of the few humans that was pro robot, and so you might survive the purge. I'm just saying, the purge, J-Day. You'll survive J-Day. I don't know, but I got yellowish in my pigment. Oh boy. You know, the only way to cure, not cure. There's no. I need to step back for a second. Hold on. If you ever want to feel like you live in Portland, Oregon, or like, you know, like you don't go outside and you're just like super pasty and pale, all you gotta do is just listen to British music on repeat. You'll just instantly become British. Your teeth might even start being bad, you know? I don't know. You might have spent like thousands and thousands of dollars for like really perfect teeth, but the second you start listening to like too much Beatles or Rolling Stones or Pink Floyd even, oh shit. I see the things coming right on. John's social credit score went down after. Can't ride. Guess I can't ride the subway. Ooh, Tiananmen Square anniversary's coming up. That's I have been to Tiananmen Square. It's an interesting place. And it was one of the first times I went somewhere and was had the feeling like I was being watched. And then I was told, yeah, you are being watched, because they send, and it's not just for like, you know, white people or tourists, or they just have apparently a ton of like undercover police just patrolling Tiananmen Square in general. Let's all say music hot takes. I'll start. Beach Boys is better than the Beatles. I agree. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Look, I have respect for the Beatles. Beach Boys are superior. I'm sorry. I also agree with you, Chris. Yeah. I think the Beatles have a lot of great songwriting, and I think they were doing songwriting in a way that maybe not that became more of a practice to even today. You know, they kind of set the standard. Beach Boys, I feel like are a much more, well, I shouldn't say were a much more cohesive and talented band. I think the stuff that that is like home runs for the Beach Boys, for me, works better than the Beatles, like the best of the Beatles. Again, I don't hate the Beatles. I don't hate any of these bands. I've also listened to this shit for like 50 plus years now. You know, there has been a lot of new music since then. So I really, you know, whenever like the Beatles come up, I'm just like, what about, I don't know, literally anybody else? But yeah, Beach Boys are great. I grew up listening to a lot of Beach Boys. Yeah, Brian Wilson's an interesting character. I just realized it's 7:15. I've been going a little long. Let me check my battery. Oh yeah, my battery's gonna die pretty soon. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. Wide shot. What was that one that I was gonna do? Was it Trailer Trash? Sure. I'm also not the biggest Bruce Springsteen fan. I guess he's okay. I don't know. Never really had a whole bunch of Bruce Springsteen songs that I've been like, that's my favorite song or anything like that. But I'm sure you get it a lot more because you're from New Jersey, and so he's like your hometown hero, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that there's a ton of Bruce Springsteen songs that I'm kind of indifferent to him, if that makes any sense. Let's see. I'm trying to think if Ryan has any music hot takes. He's hometown trash. Made me a Jersey apologist. Ryan says Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska is better than most records made after the turn of the century. I have to admit, I haven't listened to it, so I don't have any opinions on that. I should check it out, though. There's a music take. Do a tropical tune. Ooh. Tropical? To me, usually there's a lot of delay and stuff like that. I don't like the tail on that delay. Let me go back to you know what, so my camera's about to die, but I'm gonna try to tap tempo this real quick. Ooh, there we go. Here's just guitar for you, Chris. You've been hired to save the Little Mermaid. He said tropical, but this is West African. All right, Ryan. You might be right. I feel like I'm in the brush. Yeah, I don't know. Let me get better at doing things in general. But hey, camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna call it an episode. Again, sorry for last week. Let me take this off real quick and say my goodbyes without the guitar on. Yeah, sorry for last week. And trying to do better for you guys here on Jon Does. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. Go buy some merch. Homeboy needs it. Seriously. I need to be making some money. But I do have some I was going to ask for Arabian last ever. You had some good stuff. Keep it up. Hey, man, I'm this isn't the last time I'll do music. I'll probably do a lot more of this, honestly. If Pat's not around, you probably should expect me to be playing some music through some of these episodes. So anyways, thanks guys for sticking around. I appreciate it. Check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. Yeah, and next time I'm playing guitar, you can throw out some more stuff. I'll try some like Arabian music or something. Yeah, I need to get a little better. I like this though. I like you guys throwing out suggestions for me to try, because that's great. Keep it on. Will the pink guy ever be on stream? Not anytime soon. He is on the road. Jay's on the road, and I don't know when they'll be back in California. I think closer to like December. But Jay is a really good friend of mine, and I would love to have him call in or, just be a part of more of the conversation at some point. So yeah, I don't know. I will try to get him involved when I can. It's a little difficult for him because, like I said, he's on the road and internet's not always a great thing for him. He does a Renaissance Fair circuit. I will explain more in another episode if you want to know. Actually, shoot. I'll save some of my big ideas for the show for later. I should probably get going before this camera just shuts down on me completely. Oh, right. There's music I have. So yeah, check out wilddinosaur.com. And Cool Beans Dude, I'll go to one if he's. Oh yeah. I'll find out if there's anything going on in Jersey anytime soon. The other guy he works with is a friend of mine too, Lynx. He's a sword swallower. Another good friend of mine. So follow Lynx, and Lynx is I think more on the Lynx the. You can still go by Lynx the animator. I forget. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Chris, I'll see you next week. Feel free to message me if you got any questions or you just want to chat about anything. I need a costume now. I don't think they care. I don't think they care too much about that stuff. All right. Well, I saw that, Chris. WildDinosaur.com. Also, there is a link in the description to potentially donate to donate to Planned Parenthood if you feel like it. I'm a big supporter of Planned Parenthood, so go check them out as well. I'll see you guys next week.